Hi, my name is David Fleming from Disciples Ignited, a ministry that's focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now, we're studying the Lord's altar and how the Lord gave specific instructions about how his altar was to be built, how it was to be used, and how it always points us to the life and the ministry of Jesus. Now, today we want to focus in on a very important aspect of the Lord's altar, and that is the fact that the Lord's altar was always to be a place where the people of God come to the Lord to worship him, to give him praise, to offer him thanks, to offer to him their gratitude for all that he's done. Now, we've already studied about how the Lord's altar was a place of sacrifice, a place of blessing, a place of divine revelation. It was a place of purity. But today, let us catch sight of the fact that the Lord's altar is a place where we worship him. You know, when you think of all that the Lord did at the Lord's altar, which really points us to Jesus on the cross, what does that solicit from you? I mean, how do you respond to Jesus on the cross? Well, hopefully you have already responded to him with repentance, with a heartfelt knowledge, Lord, I am a sinner and I am sorry. Please forgive me, because he will offer you forgiveness and his righteousness in place of your sinfulness. But I hope that it does more than that. I hope that it also stirs up within you a gratitude, a praise, a worship. When you contemplate Jesus on the cross, when you think of all that he did on the cross for you and for me, do you respond to him with worship? Do you respond to him with praise? You know, Paul, he talked about this in Romans chapter 12, verse 1. He said, therefore, I urge you, brothers, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your spiritual act of worship. When we come to the Lord's altar, we think of all that Jesus did, and we should respond with gratitude. We should respond with praise and worship. But we should also respond by offering ourselves unto him as a sacrifice unto him. Lord, I'm yours totally, completely. Paul said that is our spiritual act of worship. So worship, we see, is more than lifting up our voices in praise and adoration to the Lord, but it's also giving ourselves totally to the Lord as a complete sacrifice unto him. That too is spiritual worship. So remember, when you come to the Lord, when you contemplate Jesus on the cross, lift up your voice with praise and adoration, but also respond by saying, Lord, I give myself completely, totally unto you. This, my Lord, is my spiritual act of worship. Oh, there's so much more to learn about the Lord's altar, so be sure to join with me tomorrow and we'll learn some more. So I'll see you then.